No messing around the beat, no bushing around the mess, no messing around the bush. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for another installment of 2023 List Week, where I'm going over the worst and the best of the year. In this video, a positive. My favorite singles of the year. All 50 of them. I mean, there's more than 50, but I had to whittle it down to some arbitrary number, didn't I? 50 seems to be the one. I'm gonna list them all out, going all the way up into my number one song of the year, sort of blowing through the first half of the list for efficiency's sake, and speaking about the tracks in more detail as we get closer to the top 10. So let's start at number 50 with the psychedelic lengthy rock fusion jam that is Darkness from Kieran Hebden and William Tyler. At number 49, it is the massive 20-plus minute single from the latest Animal Collective record, Defeat. And at 48, it is the banger Silent Assassin from Flume and TK Maidza. At number 47, it is Kara Jackson with the bitter, biting, and unforgiving Dickhead Blues. Then at 46, it is Egg Punk's own Snooper with Running. At 45, it is the dreamy, beautiful, heavenly, and alluring Alyosha from Suzanne Sunfor. At 44, Corday and the late Juice WRLD trade bars over an old Eminem beat on Doomsday. 43, it is Group Therapy with the multi-genre rock hip-hop bop FUNKFEST. 42, MGMT gets psychedelic, glammy, and grungy on Bubblegum Dog. And then at 41, it is King Cruel with Seaforth. At 40, Mitski gives us some country with a side of Moody on Heaven. And then at 39, Jessie Ware hands over a wonderful and glamorous disco anthem with Pearls. At 38, Spiritual Cramp with Herbert's on Holiday. And then at 37, Mia Folic with the Get the Hell Out of My Life anthem, Get Out of My House. 36, it is Obong JR with the cross-cultural bop Just Cool. And at 35, Tizo Touchdown is sounding over the top, eccentric, slightly obnoxious, insane, creative, and one of a kind on Rock Paper Strippers. At 34, it is Brazil's own Ana Frango Elétrico with Electric Fish. Then at 33, Troye Sivan, I Feel the Rush. Frost Children follow that at 32 with Flatline, and then at 31, it is the unexpected and amazing crossover between Gene Dawson and SZA, No Seasons. At 30, Baby Keem and cousin Kendrick team up and get a bit goofy on a new track titled The Hillbillies. At 29, it is Heaven, a track from synth-pop up-and-comer Hemlock Springs. At 28, we have a total dance rager with Daddy from Tokistra, featuring Sexy Red. At 27, it is rapper and songwriter McKinley Dixon coming through with a revamped version of the jazzy and inspiring Run 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 off of his new full-length LP. He comes through with a remix featuring West Coast rapper Blue. Then at 26, it is Philly punk rocker Soul Glow with If I Speak, Shut the Fuck Up. Okay, we're here in the top half of the list. Let's go! At 25, it is one of many weird bits of TikTok pop that I really enjoyed this year. That would be Aliyah's Interlude with Girl, You Know I'm Sexy. The song It Girl. I get it, it's quirky, it's lo-fi, it's weird, but it's undeniable and mega catchy, mega infectious, just fun to listen to. I could see why it popped off as hard as it did. This is the first bop I've heard from Aliyah's Interlude, and who knows, it may be the last, but even if it is, this one right here is entertaining as hell. Next at 24, shout out to Underscores with the opening track to this project's latest LP, Cops and Robbers. Punky rock anthem about, committing some light financial fraud. Exactly the kind of thing these multi-genre indie projects on the internet need to be starting off with. And it just so turns out that Underscores is just brave enough to do it, and with great guitar parts and choruses, super expressive lead vocals too. At 23, it is a ballad, an indie rock ballad that is gonna cut your heart in half. That is Indigo to Souza with You Can Be Mean. Yeah, I listened to this track too much this year. really tore me apart emotionally. Then at 22, it's Armand Hammer with some production coming from LP, one of the most insane hip-hop beats I've heard this year on the song, The Gods Must Be Crazy. Great trades between Elucid and Billy Woods on this one, as usual, but amazing that Billy Woods was able to throw out that Henry Kissinger line before that dude passed away later in the year. Just aged like fine wine. At 21, it is Reverend Kristen Michael Hayter with All of My Friends Are Going to Hell, a new song that's styled very much like an old song in terms of its gospel influences, its hymn influences, its storytelling, the fact that it's kind of framed like a cautionary tale of sorts. It is dramatic, it is harrowing, it is dark, it is personal. It's also beautiful and quite theatrical too, even if it is stripped back comparatively to a lot of Kristen's recent stuff under her retired lingua ignota name. As is the case with this one over at number 20, Water Baby 911. This song is a lot more low-key than many on this list, but it's just this cute, endearing combination of R&B and indie and bedroom pop with just the sweetest little song and the cutest, most heartening lyrics you've ever heard, all about how you want to be there for this person, you want to be their 911, and these little wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo sirens get worked into the chorus as well. Calling the police has never sounded so darn adorable, and it never should ever again. Water Baby is the first and last artist to be able to do this. At number 19 is going to be a project I just caught wind of this year, Sugar Pit with Customer Service, a brash, catchy, rockin', in-your-face cut, all about working a shitty job that you don't really want to, and it's just about one of the most relatable things that any of you are going to hear on this list, that's for sure. At number 18, it is a track that frankly I could not escape on TikTok this year. That is Flyana Boss's You Wish, the remix featuring Missy, Elliott, and Kaliii. And not that I'm complaining, I didn't really want to escape this track. It is a clever, fun, banging, charismatic, and hilarious bit of pop rap. Hello, Christ! I'm back to sin again! Honestly, it just has me excited to hear what this duo has coming down the pipe in the future, as I know they've got big plans in 2024, and some of the tracks they've been coming out with since then and little clips have been heat. Creative, but maybe not quite as fun, is the track at our number 17 spot. That would be Kieran J. Callanan, Young Drunk Driver, featuring Hubert Lenoir. Yeah, this song is so over the top, it is so bombastic, and yet also so genuinely weird and dark. Not usually the kind of grating instrumentation or subject matter that you save for a larger-than-life pop anthem, and yet that is exactly what Kieran did on this one, and he's just got a knack for turning the odd into something that, at least for me, is very much palatable. At number 16, that is going to be the track Oral featuring Rosalía and Björk. Not only do we have a really interesting artistic crossover on this track, but from what I understand, also a generational crossover, as the vocals Björk brings to the table on this cut, from what I understand, are not even necessarily new, but regardless of how it was made, the end result here is futuristic, is beautiful, is mystical, is honestly as dynamic and awe-inspiring as I could have hoped, given these two artists coming together with all their forward-thinking ideas and respective vocal ranges and talent. It is stunning and complete and utter fireworks. What else can I say? At number 15 is going to be Genesis Owusu with Live in the Light, one of many very narrative and high-concept tracks from his latest LP, The Struggler. I love his shouty lead vocals on this track. I love the pumping post-punk beats. The synthesizers are great too. I love how stark it is. I love how dark it is. And it's amazing just how hard-hitting the track is without piling on too much. Owusu really proves you can do a lot with a little. At number 14, that is going to be America's local band Cheekface with the song Plastic. You know, nobody does funny funny, quirky, kind of dystopian indie pop and rock in the way that Cheekface does, with great and groovy guitar, bass, and drum parts, as well as clever and absurd lyrics. At number 13, that is going to be Danny Brown with Jenn's Terrific Vacation, a detailed, experimental, and kind of jazzy drum and sample-heavy track all about gentrification. Not only is it a single, but it's also a creative peek on Danny's latest LP in terms of not just his lyrical focus, but just his ability to rap over pretty much anything. Then at number 12, that is going to be Sexy Red with Ski. No further explanation needed. Then at 11, it's going to be the thrilling, dramatic, emotional roller coaster that is Olivia Rodrigo's Vampire. You're a goddamn vampire. It's so theatrical. It's so theatrical. Oh my God. I love the tune. I love the way the momentum picks up across the length of the track. I think Olivia really kind of upped her vocal game as well, not only in terms of like delivery, but also range and passion. And what do you know? We're finally in the top 10. Let's go. What is this top 10 gonna be? Let's see. Number 10, that's gonna be Hollywood Baby with the gecs. Big beats from Dylan Brady, catchy lead vocals from Laura Less, some anthemic guitars too, a bit of a pop punk flair hitting with the residuals of their hyper pop sound and aesthetic. Gecs really delivered with more of their catchiest tracks yet in this latest album cycle, and with tracks like Hollywood Baby, I for one am pleased. At number 9, that is going to be one of the biggest up-and-comers to pop off on the TikTok platform, who came through with a really great album this year as well. That would be Pink Pantheress with her remix of The Boys in Here with none other than, Da-da-da herself, Ice Spice. Yeah, I know it's an older track, but the 2023 version really did dominate quite a bit this year and showed two of Gen Z's best and brightest new artists peaking commercially and creatively at the same time. At number 8, that is going to be the otherworldly and heavenly Spirit 2.0 from Sampha. Spirit go get you, life go get you. I can't even sing it. It's like the vocals on Sampha's tracks are so gorgeous and skilled and just pointed and nimble and precise and wonderful. Like how he does what he does is just awe-inspiring. Combine that with a great song and some very cutting edge production on this track, and you have some of the best neo soul, pop, and R&B music that we've gotten so far this decade. At 7, that is going to be the track I See Myself in You from Geese, one of the best new rock acts out there today. The band is really throwing it back to an old school sound, but putting a new chaotic twist on it that I love, with some stellar songwriting that has lots of touches of soul. That is absolutely the case for I See Myself, which has some of the best vocals on the entire record too. Then at number 6, it is going to be the lyrical, inspiring, and passionate All My Life with Lil Durk and J. Cole, as well as that amazing kids chorus on the track. Few mainstream hip-hop songs got many of us in our feels in the way this track did, for sure, and understandably it stuck with me through the rest of the year too. Top 5 time now, top 5 time. We are going to be starting this with Lana Del Rey, A&W. One of the most telling and personally as well as conceptually defining ballads on her latest record. Not only is it a dramatic and beautiful song with some very simple pianos and backing instrumentation, but Lana nails it on the vocal performance end, and as far as the lyrics are concerned, this track is not just another bit of songwriting from Lana, it's like a dissertation. It brings together a lot of new ideas, a lot of old ideas, where she's exploring the Madonna whore complex, womanhood, traditionalism, American culture, all in one expansive and powerful ballad that paints a lot of her older work in a new light, slightly. So, yeah. Number 5, loving that one. As well as the track at number 4, that would be Big Thief with Vampire Empire. This passionate and emotionally torn folk rock ballad is one of the best of the year, and it's effectively kind of, an off-album cycle, non-album single from Big Thief, who just can't seem to stop putting out fire. Even Adrian Lenker had a stellar solo single that I didn't even end up putting on this list this year too. But yeah, one of my favorites of the year, and for sure, one of Big Thief's most explosive and fiery songs too. Lenker really selling it in the final leg of the song. Powerful track. Powerful, to say the least. Also a track with a lot of power, number 3, that is going to be JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown with Scaring the Hose. The boys came through with the collab project, and it was amazing, thanks in part to this stellar single, the title track of the album, which is not only a great experimental and abstract hip-hop song, but a commentary on making subversive and weird music itself, refusing to be up-to-date and trendy and conform to musical ideas and aesthetics that wouldn't scare the hoes all that much. Will Danny and Peggy ever get together and make an attempt to soothe the hose? If it means not getting tracks like this, I hope not. At number 2, it's a song that some of you, if you follow my stuff, may have seen coming, as it is my most played song of the year. That would be the Lemon Twigs track, Any Time of Day. Yeah, this record really snuck up on me this year. Really snuck up on me. And not that I disliked it or anything when I first heard it, the duo's newest LP, Everything Harmony. But the thing is about the album, it's kind of just a throwback. It's a bit of an exercise in nostalgia, sure, as they give us bits of vintage rock, blue-eyed soul, and soft rock. Though I will acknowledge it is refreshing because, look, I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia-based music out there. And culturally speaking, soft rock is an era of popular music that you rarely see artists kind of visiting back to or regarding with any kind of reverence. Not Lemon Twigs, though. They dove into this shit head first, and they sound amazing doing it, with some of the most beautiful and sentimental ballads I have heard, not just this year, but in a decade's time, probably. And Any Time of Day is just one of many instances of that from the new album, and yeah, totally worthy of that number 2 spot. It's gorgeous. Then finally at number 1, it's going to be a track that I found to be pretty devastating emotionally, but also powerful and gorgeous, inspiring too. That would be indie folk phenom Sufjan Stevens with Will Anybody Ever Love Me? That would be from his latest record, Javelin. The fear, the self-doubt, the loneliness, the feelings of resignation on this song are all so intensely potent. Some of Sufjan's best lyrics in a long time bring all of that to the forefront, along with lush, plucky, and detailed, layered instrumentation that sees him back in his ornate indie folk bag. Not to mention that Sufjan's vocals have interestingly aged quite a bit over the years, and while he still does have that trademark hushed delivery, there's something about it, especially on this song, that sounds very raspy and weary, which most likely has a lot to do with the context and emotion surrounding the song, as Javelin was released in tribute to his late partner. But yeah, not only did I find this track to be stunning and gorgeous, but also reflective of a pervasive loneliness that I think many feel in the modern day. Lord knows I certainly did in some key moments. For all of that and more, I decided to make this my number 1 song of the year. So there you go. And that is going to be it. That is the list. Thank you very much for watching and partaking. Hopefully you got some cool music recommendations out of this video. Appreciate you coming here and riding with me through this. Anthony Fantano, List Week 2023, top singles of the year, music forever.